I'm Amory Wakefield from TrueFit Corporation, and for those of you who might be unfamiliar with us, we are a personalization data platform for apparel and footwear, which I'll talk through a little bit of what that means. We help people find clothes and shoes that they'll love and keep. So that's really our mission as a company, is we want to help solve a problem for consumers trying to shop for apparel and footwear online. And the reason that we think this is actually an issue is that only 12% of the apparel and footwear market is currently digital. It's a $2 trillion market that's really underpenetrated online, which is different from a lot of other consumer, particularly electronics products that can be purchased online. The number one reason that consumers cite for not being able to purchase online or for not purchasing online is concern about fit. So if you want to increase the number of people buying online, we need to find a way, many ways, to help people feel more certain the thing they're purchasing will fit and they will like it. And then there's a huge problem with returns. 25 to 50% of the things that are purchased get returned online, clothing and footwear. And so TrueFit, we've been around since 2010. Our founders, Romney Evans and Jessica Murphy, had this vision of wanting to really improve the online shopping experience and make sure that no matter whether your feet are super wide or you're 6'10" or 5'1", you can find things that fit you and fit your style, and that really having the internet there to shop on gives us the possibility to support every body shape out there if you have the tools to find the right clothing. So we have 6 global offices. We've raised about $40 million, and we currently have over 60 retailers that use our widget on their site to help their consumers find sizes. So the way we went about this, I talked about us being a data platform. We really started this from an analytics, you saw on the last slide, Chris Moore, our analytics officer, from a scientific place of the more data we could have, the more rich and better our recommendations would be on both fit and style. So we went out and worked with brands. We have over 3,000 brands that have actually shared the specs, their manufacturing specs with us, so that we have a really deep understanding of how they have made the clothes. We have another 10,000 that we support. We have over 30 million registered users, so those are people who filled out a profile and told us something about themselves, usually height, weight, age, and an item that fits them really well. And then we have data on over $40 billion of transactions on apparel and footwear. And with that database, we are able to say, this particular pair of pants will fit this person this way. And really, customers are out there expecting a personalized experience, and not just a personalized experience on one device, but as they carry more and more mobile devices, they want to be able to look up a pair of pants on their phone and then go home and maybe purchase it on their laptop or on their tablet, and they want the experience to still know who they are and be making really recommendations that are right for them. And so our confidence engine is, as we said here, applying the industry's biggest data to solve its biggest challenge. And we give a personal fit rating and size for every item in a retailer's catalog. And then on the right, you can see some fit details of a shoe, particularly on where it might fit well or where it might be too loose, across the ball of the foot, the heel of the foot, and the height. And something to realize is true personalization is not just about size. So we think it's really important to bring a combination of an understanding of both the style that you're looking at and an understanding of the person who's shopping. These two people, Katie and Jane, actually wear the exact same size. They're pretty much the same shape, but one of them likes super skinny jeans and one of them likes to wear heels with her jeans and have really wide legs. They are not going to buy the same item and be happy with it, even though the size recommendation might be the same. And because we take in data not just about the styles, but about the actual human beings and their shopping patterns, we can tell one of them, this item's an excellent fit for you, and the other one saying it might fit you, but you might not love it based on what we know about you. Where we think that 3D scanning fits into this process is really about using the Internet of Things to really make retail a more immersive shopping experience and link the online experience to things you also do in store. So right now, we think we're really in the crawl stage. You can connect to our APIs across any number of use cases and devices and get size recommendations in the store, get size recommendations on someone's phone. We're working with Intel right now on developing a 3D foot scanner. We actually think that feet is a really great place to start, partially because people are less sensitive about looking at an image of their feet than they are about their whole body. And we eventually want to display the scans to them. One of the challenges we think to bringing this to mass market is the illustration, the animation of something to get to virtual fashion. So we are working really soon on having foot scanners that we can use to enhance our data set, and we think that those specific measurements will help us make even better recommendations. And then in the future, that digital try-on, that ability to scan yourself and then actually see how a specific garment will fit you, not just a 2D illustration of where it might be tight or loose, but actually see how it hangs on your body or where it sits on your hips. For shoes, to see an image of your foot inside that actual shoe and see where it might be rubbed against or where it might fit well. So the way we envision a true fit profile augmented by a 3D scan, this is actually a scanner we have built, it'll be at NRF next week, that you can add this scan. Instead of telling us about the size shoes you buy, you can just scan your feet and at the end get an image of it. We'll extract measurements from it, the length, the width, including your calf diameter for people who are buying boots. And then at the end of that, what you will get is a more enhanced recommendation and particular styles that we think would fit you or the shape of your foot. As Carol was talking about, feet come in all different shapes and sizes, and the width of the ball and the heel and your calf may not be interrelated, which is why it's so important to understand each specific person and not just do it across a statistical average to get things that fit. So we are super excited about our panel here and getting to standardization where we can extract those measurements from a 3D body mesh and use that to add to our database of what we know of consumers.
Panasonic.